Science 5, Quarter 4, Week 3 to Week 4, Melc-Based. Let's learn about weather disturbances. Hello kids, it's me, Teacher Frel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell for the latest video. You can also follow my Facebook page, Teacher Frel TV. Welcome back kids! For today's lesson in Science 5, we will discuss about weather disturbances. For most essential learning competencies, characterize weather disturbances in the Philippines and describe their effects to daily life. You have learned in the previous lesson, when rocks are broken down into pieces, it does not stay in one place. Some rock fragments become part of the soil. Others are transferred from one place to another, which is called erosion. Materials that are transported due to erosion are called sediments. Erosion of rock fragments contributes to the soil formation as well as formation of landforms. Soil erosion does not only shape Earth's landforms, it also affects the ecosystem, especially if it happens unexpectedly. This time, you will learn about the weather disturbances. The Philippines experiences an average of 20 typhoons a year. The biggest contributor of the weather disturbances in our country is the Pacific Ocean, which lies on the eastern part of the country. The typhoon is just one of the many weather disturbances we experience. Look at the sky. Can you tell what the weather is? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a short period of time. The different factors that affect weather include air temperature, air pressure, humidity, clouds, precipitation, and wind speed and direction. When these factors change and affect the condition of the atmosphere, weather disturbances occur. Weather disturbances refer to any disruption of the atmosphere's stable condition. It can manifest through the formation of low-pressure area or different prevailing winds like monsoon and the Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ. Let's study about low-pressure area or LPA and high-pressure area. Low-pressure area and high-pressure area, this refers to the weight of air that is pressing down on Earth. An abrupt change in air pressure can trigger weather disturbances. When cold air sinks, it results to high-pressure area. Since most of the air is pressing down, the air on the surface becomes dry. But when air rises, less air presses downward, resulting to the formation of low-pressure area. An LPA or low-pressure area can result to weather disturbances such as rains and strong winds. In a cyclone, the cool air flows to take the place of the rising warm air. As a result, the air current spins. The wind spirals around the center of the cyclone. This center is called the eye. When a cyclone is formed over the tropics, it is called tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclones that occur within the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR develop in two areas. These areas are in the Pacific Ocean and in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA keeps track of cyclones that enter the PAR or Philippine Area of Responsibility. Let us study about the classification of cyclone according to strength of wind. Tropical disturbance. It is an isolated weather system with an apparent circulation. It is characterized by a poorly developed wind circulation. This is commonly observed throughout the wet tropics and subtropics. Another is tropical depression. It is a weak low-pressure disturbance with a definite surface circulation. A tropical depression has a maximum wind speed of up to 61 kilometers per hour. It is most common in the equatorial region or the Intertropical Convergent Zone or ITCZ. Another is tropical storm. Once a tropical depression has intensified, it becomes a tropical storm. A tropical storm is a moderate tropical cyclone with maximum wind speed of 62 to 88 km per hour. It is more organized and more circular in shape. The rotation of tropical storm is more recognizable than that of a tropical depression. And the last one is typhoon. Typhoon is an intense weather disturbance having more or less circular shape and with an average size of about 500 kilometers in diameter. The wind blows toward the center, called the eye. Tropical cyclones are identified based on the speed of the circulating winds. If the speed of the wind is 60 km per hour or less, it is known as depression. If the speed becomes 60 to 118, it is known as storm. And if the speed is more than 118, it is called typhoon. And now let us see the changes of weather before, during, and after a typhoon. Before the typhoon. Before a typhoon occurs, high clouds are observed in the sky. The air is dry and cold since most of the warm air has already risen. The relative humidity is high. The wind blows gently and scattered rain showers may occur. During the typhoon. During a typhoon, the sky is dark and cloudy. Heavy rainfall accompanied by strong winds occurs. Big waves are also observed near the coast. When these waves become unusually high due to abnormally high ocean tides, a storm surge occurs. Flash floods may also occur due to heavy rainfall. Landslide may be triggered by flash floods and heavy rains. Some trees and crops may be uprooted of strong wind. After typhoon. After typhoon, the sun becomes visible and the sky becomes clearer. There might be scattered rain showers. Rescue and relief operations are also ongoing. There might be an outbreak of waterborne disease, influenza, and dengue. Some areas may still be flooded and recovering from the typhoon. If a certain place is severely devastated, many residents are staying in the evacuation areas. Public Storm Warning Signal or PSWS. In order to determine the strength of typhoon, the Pag-asa issues public storm warning signals. The table below shows the strength of typhoon entering the PAR or the Philippine Area of Responsibility as well as the impacts of wind. Public Storm Warning Signal number 1. Winds moving at a speed of 30 to 60 km per hour may be expected in at least 36 hours or irregular rains may be expected within 36 hours. When the tropical cyclone develops very close to the locality, a shorter lead time of the occurrence of the winds will be specified in the warning bulletin. unless this warning signal is upgraded during the entire existence of the tropical cyclone, only very light or no damage at all may be sustained by the exposed communities. Public storm warning signal number 2. Winds moving at a speed of 61 to 120 km per hour may be expected in at least 24 hours. In general, the wind may bring light to moderate damage to the affected communities. Public storm warning signal number 3. Winds moving at a speed of 121 to 170 km per hour may be expected at least 18 hours. In general, moderate to heavy damage may be experienced particularly in the agricultural and industrial sectors. Public storm warning signal number 4. Winds moving at a speed of 171 to 220 km per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. With public storm warning signal number 2, the locality is very likely to hit directly by the eye of the typhoon. As the eye of the typhoon approaches, the weather will continuously worsen with the winds increasing to its strongest, coming generally from the north. And public storm warning signal number 5. Winds moving at a speed of 220 km per hour or above may be expected in at least 12 hours. Winds would bring widespread damage to high-risk structures. And now, let us proceed for the following activities. Learning Task 1. Prepare the materials listed below. If not available, you may use other materials at home to perform the activity. You may ask the help of your parents or guardians or any adult members of the family if needed. The title of this activity is Be Ready. Materials to be used are ball pen and bond paper. Procedures. First, conduct a simple interview with members of your family about their observations on the changes of weather before, during, and after a typhoon. And second step, record the responses in the table. In the first column, we have changes of weather before a typhoon. In the second column, we have changes of weather during a typhoon. And in the third column, we have changes of weather after a typhoon. After the activity, answer the following questions. First question, based on the interview that you have conducted, what are the common observations of your family members on the changes of weather before, during, and after the typhoon? Second question, how can you compare the changes of weather before, during, and after the typhoon? And now let's move to Learning Task 2. List down the effects of wind during the different public storm warning signal. In public storm warning signal number 1, the effects of wind is only very light or no damage at all may be sustained by the exposed communities. In public storm warning signal number 2, the effects of wind is the wind may bring light to moderate damage to the affected communities. In public storm warning signal number 3, the effects of wind is moderate to heavy damage may be experienced particularly in the agricultural and industrial sectors. In public storm warning signal number 4, the effects of wind is the weather will continuously worsen with the winds increasing to its strongest, coming generally from the north. And in public storm warning signal number 5, the effects of wind is winds would bring widespread damage to high-risk structures. For Learning Task 3, analyze each statement. Draw a heart eyes emoji if it is true and wow emoji if it is false. Number 1. Public storm signal number 1 is characterized by winds moving at a speed of 220 km per hour or above, may be expected in at least 12 hours. Winds would bring widespread damage to high-risk structures. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is false. Wow emoji. Number 2. After a typhoon occurred, high clouds are observed in the sky. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is false. It is wow emoji. Number 3. Public storm signal number 3 is characterized by winds moving at a speed of 121 to 170 km per hour. May be expected at least 18 hours. In general, moderate to heavy damage may be experienced particularly in the agricultural and industrial sectors. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is heart emoji, means true. Number 4. Tropical disturbance is a weak low-pressure disturbance with a definite surface circulation. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is wow emoji, means false. And number 5. Tropical depression is an intense weather disturbance having more or less circular shape and with an average size of about 500 kilometers in diameter. Is it true or false? Very good. The answer is wow emoji, means false. Learning task 4. Use a Venn diagram to compare and contrast the effects of the changes of the weather before, during, and after a typhoon in the community. Before a typhoon occurs, high clouds are observed in the sky. The air is dry and cold since most of the warm air has already risen. During a typhoon, the sky is dark and cloudy. Heavy rainfall accompanied by strong winds occurs. Big waves are also observed near the coast. After typhoon, the sun becomes visible and the sky becomes clearer. There might be scattered rain showers. For their similarities, people should be aware and be prepared before, during, and after. For learning task 5, inside the column, analyze the following statements that describe the changes of the weather before, during, and after the typhoon. Put a check mark on the column that corresponds the condition of each statement. Number 1. Some areas may be flooded. Is it before, during, or after the typhoon? Very good. The answer is during typhoon. Number 2. There is a heavy rain accompanied by strong wind. Before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is during typhoon. Number 3. Sun becomes visible and the sky becomes clearer. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is after typhoon. Number 4. The sky is dark and cloudy. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is during typhoon. Number 5. The clouds are high. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is before typhoon. Number 6. Some areas may still be flooded. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is after typhoon. Number 7. Flash floods may occur due to heavy rainfall. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is during typhoon. Number 8. The relative humidity is high. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is before typhoon. Number 9. big waves can be observed near the coast? Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is during typhoon. And number 10, there is an occurrence of scattered rain. Is it before, during, or after typhoon? Very good. The answer is before typhoon. For learning task 6, matching type. Match the definition in column A with the concept in column B. Write the letter of your answer on the space provided before each number. Number 1. It is moderate tropical cyclone with maximum wind speed of 62 to 88 km per hour. What is the correct answer? Choose the correct answer in column B. Very good. The correct answer is letter D, tropical storm. Number 2. It is characterized by winds moving at a speed of 61 to 120 km per hour may be expected in at least 24 hours. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter B, public storm warning signal number 2. Number 3. It can result to weather disturbances such as rains and strong winds. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter C, LPA or low pressure area. Number 4. It is a weather condition being observed after a typhoon. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter F, the sun becomes visible. And number 5, it is a government agency that keeps track of cyclones that enter PAR. What is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter E, Pag-asa. Remember, there are classification of cyclone according to strength of wind. First, tropical disturbance. It is an isolated weather system with an apparent circulation. Tropical depression. It is a weak low-pressure disturbance with a definite surface circulation. Next is tropical storm. Once a tropical depression has intensified, it becomes a tropical storm. And the last one is the typhoon. Is an intense weather disturbance with an average size of about 500 kilometers in diameter. So kids, do you understand our lesson for today? Wow! Good job! Kids, I hope you learn a lot from this lesson. Until our next topic, bye-bye kids! Thanks for watching!